and Chisom Wachiko will replace Titilayo Aweda and Abibat Agbaje in the starting 11. And for Edo Queens, no changes to the sides. These two sides will fight for pride, will fight for everything. They have history in their side as well. Well, Joy, welcome to the last game for match day 2 in the Super 6. It's going to be another amazing clash, don't you think?
Another amazing clash, another potentially tied to deciding clash, as the two teams suffered defeats on their very first outing right here at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne right here. Edo Queens, a shock defeat to Remo Stars ladies, and of course Rivers Angels suffering another defeat at the hands of rivals in Bayelsa Queens on Saturday. But two of them would want to take that past them, and of course can see Edo Queens in their all-red jersey looking to bounce back and of course continue that particular talent or that target of them going to defend their title and becoming the first side after the same opponent, Rivers Angels, who have done it for the last team to have done that particular feat successfully.
Well, yes, we're looking at coach of Edo Queens now, Moses Ajuku. He is properly seated. His side did lose out the first game against host team Remo Stars leaders. And right about now, they are against the Creme de la Cremes of this very competition, Rivers Angels. Waiting for the center referee to lead us into this attack, which he has done. And Rivers will start. And Rivers are on their white shirts, white shorts, and white socks. While for the Edo Queens side is a red shirt, red short, and red socks. We'll barely get to see them here, but what we do know that they are forced to record with. Well, Joy, your expectation in this one, two sides who are yet to win so far in this competition, and we know that the title is at stake, so these two sides will have to get better and have to get points here.
Yeah, have to get points and have to capitalize on any opportunity that they get, especially for Rivers Angels, who are currently with the ball. You want to remember that they got a lot of chances in their first game against Bayelsa Queens, but their inability to capitalize on those chances, including a penalty that they got in that game, ensured that they suffered their first defeat, and they wouldn't want to repeat that against Edo Queens, who are looking to get their second title and of course retain what is currently theirs and take it back with them too. I mean, they went away to Yenagoa the last time out and won it. They will want to leave Ikenne with the trophy once more, but they will have to go past the Rivers Angels side, who are looking to get their hands on the trophy for the first time since 2021, when they last tasted victory in an Ogun State town of Ijebode at that last time out. So yes, it's all to play for in this particular one, and I expect them to have a very good game, a very, very solid game this one.
Well, can Rivers come to Ogun State and snatch it all over again? A victory, just like Joya said, the last 4 editions Rivers will get to win it again. After they lost it to Bayelsa. Bayelsa did lose it, of course, to Delta. Delta now to Edo, and here we are seeing who would eventually get the best of each other, Edo Queens or Rivers. Right about now, the referee says that play continues. Edo now on the front foot. Edo has started quite well and in good shape as well. Zadiagwe, who sends that one in. It's still Edo Queens now in the area. But Sandra John would ensure that would not get past her. Is out again. This time it's off to Imemesian, who is dispossessed, back again to Imemesian. And once again it's a throw-in. The tempo started quite well on both sides, especially for Edo Queens, with Imemesian getting more of the ball, and of course trying to keep the play within the half of Rivers Angels. And Moses Aduko would expect that his girls would have gotten over that defeat, because I mean it was a shock defeat to a lot of football fans, seeing them lose to Remo Stars, especially because they kept their hold on the game until the 88th minute. It was a late goal considered in that one, and I mean players like Ademola would be looking to put that behind them and of course go forward in this one and get something out of
this game. Maybe get something early, because I mean they tried to leave it out late, and that way it didn't work well against Remo Stars ladies on match day 1. Talking about Edo Queens.
Yes. A free kick now, straight onto the arms of Adeline Imbechi, the goalkeeper for Rivers Angels. It's upbeat out here. If you're just joining us, it is of course the NWFL Premiership Super 6 out here at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne, Ogun State. This is the last match of the day. The first, DT Bayosa and Nasra Amazon share the spoils in a 1-1 draw. Up came a host team in Remo Stars, who has gone 2 for 2 now, 2 wins after 2 games, this time against Niger Rattles. And right now, the 2 sides who lost their match day 1 game are head-to-head. Talking about the head-to-head. Post the COVID era, which is 2020-2021 season, it is the 4th straight meeting for Rivers Angels and Edo Queens at the championship playoffs. And Rivers Angels, they are victorious in their last 3 meetings, with Edo Queens at the playoffs winning with an aggregate of 6-1. That's how good they've been against Edo when it comes to the playoffs.
I mean, that is one very solid thing that they have going for them in that particular one, talking about Rivers Angels. And I mean, you won't want to bet against the Rivers Angels side, no matter the crop of players that they brought into that game. But you also want to consider the fact that, talking about the crop of players, Rivers Angels have had a pool of both youth and experience in their ranks this season. And I mean, they went par with Bayosa Queens in the regular season, finishing 2nd, just behind their rivals there. And I mean, they're playing Edo Queens right now. So yes, it's going to be one clash in which Rivers Angels will want to look at that piece of history, and of course maybe think that it will go for them if Edo Queens let anything slip like they did let against Remo Stars ladies.
It's a big game. Rivers Angels up against Edo Queens, former champions. 8 titles shared between these 2. 7 for just 1 team in Rivers Angels. They are the Criminal Crims. At least Pelicans are the only ones who can boast at the expense of that, but they are not here as we speak. Pelicans Stars are also a team that's got plenty history in this very competition. Right about now, the girls from Rivers, the jewels of Rivers, are the ones who are bossing things, but unfortunately they haven't won the last 3 editions and will be looking to do so. Tosam Blackson, who is now the new head coach of this team, he left Delta Queens to here. He's yet to win the championship, and he marshaled his girls out to do that. Well, it is Colin Sipoma now. Retrieve the ball from the throw-in, lose it out, send it out to Edo Queens, who now has the ball. Edo Queens to float it into the area. Rivers will clear. Still Rivers now. Mary Sabrina there. Informa will send that to Edo. Edo would try to attack, but then it will be cleared. Sandra John ensure that that wouldn't get past her.
Yeah, today we're going to have the battles of the Marys, as Mary and John for Edo Queens would be looking to increase her tally this season and make it, I mean, for Edo Queens, she'll be looking to have 3 goals for Edo Queens, because she've had 2 after joining the mid-season, while Mary Moses, who is also gone in to finish this season as the leading goal scorer, has 10 goals to her name already, and will be looking to have her first in the Super 6 competition. So yes, 2 players who can strike the ball on either side would be some of the players to watch out for today. But for Edo Queens, as they try to defend this particular one,
we're looking at that replay again. That would have been an own goal. It was a really good cross from the left-hand side of the attack, which is
unexpected for
Maruf Ademola, yeah. But right about now, it's a corner kick. Rivers will take their corner kick deep into the area. Nasibama Paulinho's header from Rivers wasn't high enough. And Edo will clear their lines. Still Edo now trying to attack Rivers. Edo still with the ball. Yes, it is going to be Joy Michael who clears that one. And it's Taiwa Pulabi sending it back to Joy Michael. Joy Michael flicks it in, but wouldn't find any of our teammates in white. Brilliant start. Fast-paced game we've seen here in Ikenne.
Fast-paced, and of course both teams trying to play the ball on their foot. Both teams are trying to execute one or two things that they have on their sleeves, but at the same time both teams being wary of the other, because they know that they know of the firepower that either team possess in their ranks. Edo Queens with a star-studded team with the likes of NWFL, Mary, Goodness Osigwe, others players in their ranks, and of course players that took them, although Mary joined them mid-season, but the rest of the team took them to the WAFL qualifiers, won it, went on to get to the semi-finals of the CAF Women's Champions League, where they lost out to eventual winners. So yes, you can understand why, despite being the most successful team in this competition, Rivers Angels are very wary of playing Edo Queens. But yes, both of them have started really well. No team is playing less than the other, I would say. It's still looking really at par. And we're waiting to see if you're going to have the fastest goal that would beat that of Nigeria yet. Because I'm always looking out for that.
So Rivers Angels around the corner. Well, that wasn't just good enough. It is, of course, not a brilliant right-footed strike. Number 8 for Rivers Angels. We do know where she comes from and how good she is. She can be on her day. We're talking about general head-to-head between these two sides. We do know that they are elite forces when it comes to Nigerian football, especially Rivers Angels. But historically speaking, the Angels from Rivers have dominated this fixture, because in the last 7 seasons, or 7 encounters in all of these competitions, be it the regular season and the playoffs, Rivers Angels have won 4 of it. Edo has won just 1, while they have both drawn twice in this very fixture. Their last meeting was last season, 2023-2024 season. That was a Super 6, which saw Rivers Angels emerge 2-1 winners. And the goals were scored from by Florence Alexander, who is now with Edo Queens, and an own goal by Valentina Oroko, who is still with the Edo Queens right about now. Imem Essien was the one who got the consolation for Edo Queens that very match. So yes, there is quite a lot at stake here. That match was notably the Edo Queens' only loss during their title winning campaign. That was in Yenagoa by Bayelsa State, but here they come. It is, of course, a ball put in through to the left-hand side of attack for Edo Queens. Ball still remains in Messian. Send it out to the midfield. The cross dip into the area, finds nobody, and it is Adeline Bechi who comes out to Claire. Bechi will send that out for her teammate in Chioma Wachuku, who starts today's game. In the game against Bayelsa, she came up as a substitute. But here Edo comes again. Edo this time with Chioma Moses. Chioma Moses with the ball. A deep crossing. Finds nobody, rather was just too heavy. They didn't trouble in Bechi at all. But several chances, but not, you would say, clear-cut in the game?
Not clear-cut chances yet. You see the intent of the two sides, especially the girls in red, who are looking to draw first blood. Talking about Edo Queens right there. Mentioning the fact that the last time these two teams met was at the championship playoffs also. That was Super 6 in 2023-2024 season encounter. That was in Bayelsa State, where Edo Queens eventually went on to win despite that defeat to Rivers Angels in the playoffs. Yes, you also want to remember that this Edo side and Rivers Angels team had yet to meet this season, and this will be their first encounter, their first meeting.
Absolutely.
But looking at the team, you remember that a lot of them were in this team when they faced off during the Super 6 last time out. So yes, they know each other, might have not met this season.
Oh, that was a mistake from the goalkeeper, Morufa Demola. She was trying to send that one out, but it came off the feet of Mary Moses, who was trying to get it, but it was too heavy for her. And, it went back into Morufa Demola's embrace. Oh my, that was a shaky moment for Edo Queens.
That would have been a very big howler for Morufa Demola, who is also taking some of the heat for conceding that goal, in which her team lost out in the first game of this encounter. A lot of expected that she could have done better there, but helped guide the ball. And this time around would have helped guided Rivers Angels to a lead.
Yeah.
Had Mary Moses been more sensitive to that ball. But man, she was spared her blushes this time around.
It's better blushes, you would say, but that is not the end, because Rivers have the ball now in the 18-yard box. Up by Osa. It right for the crossing, but couldn't find the header of her teammates there in the far right-hand side. That was a brilliant, brilliant cross into the area. Beautiful one it is. From, of course, Patience Otubo. Otubo with a perfect delivery, but then her teammate just couldn't position herself to get that one into the air. Taiwa Jibode, of course. Maybe height didn't do her any favors.
I was about saying that. I think that is where the height of Mary Moses would have played in better had she been the recipient of that one. But it also shows that this is a team that knows how to cross the ball very well into the area, talking about Rivers Angels. And Edo Queens will have to be very of that, and of course try to stop anything that will come from the wings, because it looks like this is where Rivers Angels are going to prosecute their play from, coming from the wings and cross the ball, because you know that their runners will run into spaces in the box and try to convert it. Runners like Mary Moses, who we just saw right now, is going to be one of those persons you don't want to see in your box, and if you're letting such crosses come to her, it's just a matter of time before we see her first goal in this Super 6 encounter.
Talking about Mary Moses, she is good aerially, she is good on the ground of the ball, she is good everywhere else. She also drops sometimes to the midfield to assist. And here Ikenne will send a cross into the box, but directly to an Edo body. Edo would now start attack with captain Fishery. Fishery trying to find a teammate up front, but Rivers would intercept. Taiwa Pulabi now to Otubo. Otubo will lose out. Edo will snatch it. Now a deep cross into the box. Finds no Edo shirt. Bichi will kick that out to be safe. Edo will reclaim. Too many things happening all at once. Edo now still with the ball.
Definitely offside there.
The ball bounced, which would have assisted in her teammates if only she was onside. But that wasn't the case here. But to add more narrative to this very game is that Rivers Angels, of course, went on to still defeat the champions at the time when they did win the title in the 2023-24 season 4-1. That was in the 2024 President Federation Cup round of 16. That is to say, like we said, Rivers still have the upper hand in this fixture. The coaches know themselves so well. But tactically speaking, like Joy said, they haven't met this season, so it could be getting to know each other once again.
Us renewing past. And as you can see on our screen, the ladies who have already done their job and looking to study their next opponent in Rivers Angels after defeating the ones on play right now.
Well, it's Edo Queens who we're about to take the lead here. It is Adeline Wechi will declare that one. That was a really, really sharp in the Messian. You would say, was in that. Oh, a brilliant, brilliant delivery from her. Andrew there, but MMSCN just couldn't capitalize on that corner, taking really fast and will yield no fruits for Edo Queens. Edo Queens are way better than what we saw against Remo Stars.
Way better. Like I said, that first game looks like both sides were being really careful when the game started, and we had to wait until the second half for we could see glimpses of what both teams could do. And I mean, Remo Stars ran away winners of that particular encounter. Especially because we were playing on this home ground of Remo Stars, maybe that would have been maybe what would have inspired that particular attitude on that day. But today they are playing, it's like a neutral ground for them right now, because they are not playing Rivers Angels in a neutral venue for both of them, so everybody's out to play the best of their football. But that particular last chance, we saw a goal that was goal bound by NWFL right there. Was a very beautiful chance, a beautiful sequence of play from Edo Queens right there. And I mean, on a usual day, you'd be expecting that NWFL, who has scored 4 goals this season, should be converting from that particular distance. But Bechi also, thinking about it, SN has scored 4 goals, yes. The highest goal scorer in the team is Goodness Osigwe, from the bench today, if she would eventually get to play. But yes, you expect her to be doing better. They're talking about NMSN, because the chances might not be as much as you think. Today, something similar to what happened against Remo Stars Lady. So once you get your chance, use them, capitalize on them, because you're also playing a side who is gunning for their first 3 points in this competition. So yes, any chance you get, capitalize on it, else you will be made to pay dearly for it at the end of the day.
For Mike and Okwalo had a discomfort. She did bring down MMSCN earlier on, but she came out heavier hit. Right now it is Mafishere and Tamira who is standing up to take that one. The free kick in favor of Edo. On your live pictures, of course, we'll get there. Free kick taken, but it was just too far. Didn't find Mary Anja, who has played against Rivers for a very long time when she was a Biosa Queens. And now she's playing them again, this time in a different shirt. But still a South derby for her as well. It wasn't really great. We're looking at fan base of supporters club, you would say, of Edo Queens. Maybe that's all they needed. They didn't get that against Remo Stars, but this could be what is pouring them on to take on Rivers the way they have started this very game.
Looking to for them to get a first victory in this competition, and of course get the first win over Rivers Angels in about 5 meetings now. This will be the 5th meeting in which they have not won against Rivers Angels. Their last win still not from last season, in which they went on to win. And I don't think they can afford another loss today, talking about Edo Queens, with 2 games in. Another loss today would be really dent on their hopes to retain the title. So yes, whatever support that they need to get, I'm sure that that's what they are being provided with. Talking about the Adabendel girls, talking about the Benin Arsenal.
There's Rivers now with a throw-in. Throw-in to be taken by Sandra John. Sandra John delivers the ball. The ball will come off and then nobody. Once again, it is Rivers who would stick that straight on to the body of Edo. And this is a throw-in for the Benin Arsenal, as they are fondly called, or the Edo girls, whichever. They have so many nicknames. Just like the men, Benin Arsenal can quote it as well. The referee has spotted an infringement, and that will be called in. Both sides are taking the game to each other. Edo have had some of the fair chances in this very game. Well, referee for today. We have Samiat Mustafa, who is our center referee, and assisting her we see Patience Azi and Stephanie Tese. While our fourth official is Peace Bunaya, who refereed Rivers' first game this season against Biosa. But Rivers will get a corner kick taken. was a ball too high, and Edo Queens were clear. Edo Queens are looking like in the driving seat, where Taiwan Fullerby collects the ball, sends it up to our teammate Sandra John. Sandra John now trying to find Patience Ifoma, or rather Paulinus Ifoma, who is in a rush, sends that one out for a throw-in favor of Edo Queens. Paulinus, we talked about her, she is really good on the set pieces. Captain on the day, still captain as well. When Kenneth Catherine is involved, she is the captain of the team, but Paulinus Ifoma, whenever she plays as captain of the day for the Jewel of Rivers. Engaging fixture it is. Edo Queens still with the ball, sends it out. Rivers will restart things all over again. But then it's going to be a goal kick for Edo Queens.
Well, Rivers Angels have taken this game out to Edo Queens in this encounter so far, in the first 24 minutes of this encounter. And so far, despite not getting a goal yet in this competition, they are looking like a side with intent, and the side looking to grab all 3 points and maybe another smash and grab against Edo Queens like was done to them. And of course, that's okay, that looks like they had gotten possession. I can see Coach Blackson really furious at that particular call back by the referee to give a free kick to Edo Queens, because it looks like his girls, or one of his girls, had gotten that ball and was going to press from a very dangerous position, but play was stopped and they will have to build again.
Both sides are yet to score in this Super 6. They're yet to score, but then it is a foul. Edo Queens still have a chance now, somewhere close to the area. Close to Rivers 18-yard box. Joy Michael was the one who the official says fouled Marianne Jaw of Edo Queens. The free kick now has been awarded to Edo Queens, and Adeline Mbechi is setting up her line, setting up her wall to ensure that they cannot be penetrated. All possession, but no penetration so far. The first 26 minutes is still goalless between Rivers Angels and Edo Queens at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne. This is the NWFL Premiership Super 6. The place where the title will be decided, and that free is about to be taken. It is taken and straight on into the goalkeeper's hand, but then it's parried. That will be the goal that will open the lead here today. A free kick from give or take 25 yards. Well hit by Marianne just straight on to the goalkeeper, Adeline Mbechi, who spills. And as a rebound, it is Essien who will put that ball past Mbechi, and straight on it goes into the back of the net. Draws the first blood in this game. And that will be Rivers 0, Edo 1. What a way to start this fixture, Joy.
What a way to start the fixture. And I was talking about how she was supposed to take a particular shot earlier on when she was faced with such an opportunity. And this time around, she was not going to lose 2-in-2 at getting that rebound. And a beautiful shot, a beautiful free kick from Mary Angel out from outside the box right there. And very, very great awareness from the girls from Edo. You could see that all 3 of them were ready to pounce on that spill, and it was Essien, who has now gotten her 6th goal of the season, who was fast enough to be able to get that. But a very questionable way to spill the ball right there from Mbechi, and right now she's conceded her 2nd of the tournament, and Edo Queens have scored their very first, and of course it's very way to respond after their loss the last time out.
Not a good start at all for Tosan Blankson and his girls here in Ogun State, a place where they last won the title. Ever since then, it hasn't been easy for them. Last season, they narrowly did lose out to the title against Edo Queens out there in Yenagoa by State. These two sides are here again. Rivers have considered yet another goal, this time against another South-South opposition. Teams that they have met repeatedly and they have the upper hand against. But right about now, in the first 27 minutes, it is MMSCN who gives her team the lead over Rivers. The Jewel of Rivers have only lost 4 of their last 21 games at the playoffs. And they have not suffered back-to-back playoff defeats in almost a decade. So will that day be today where they will lose back-to-back playoff games? I know it's early days, but do you think it might just happen? Is there a chance that it might happen? But before that, it is Rivers, but she wouldn't meet up with that.
I mean, it's early days or early stages of this game with about 29 minutes played already. But you want to remember that this has been a very low-scoring Super 6 we've seen so far, Dorcas. From the very first day, we've been seeing just slim margin wins, and like I said, any side that takes their chances might just be running away with all 3 points, and that's what teams have been doing: snatch your goal, grab it, and get out of the game with the lone or the slim chance at goal.
Usani sends the ball in. It is, of course, number 7 strikes the ball into the area. Oh my world! It was Ngbechi not connecting with the ball, and straight on Essien thought that she would get a leg to it, but then she falls straight into the back of the net. I wonder what Adeline Ngbechi is going to tell to the coach, rather the official there. Oh, a touch from MMSCN just wasn't good enough.
Wasn't good enough, and that will be her 3rd in that right back position. Although she can converted 1, which is the lone goal we have right now. She would be looking to actually do better in that position, but you can also consider the fact that at the pace at which the ball was coming, she just had to put in her body right there. And which is lucky not to have considered the 2nd from the boots of NMSCN right there, but someone has been carded right there.
Ngbechi is quite lucky that in the matter that goal didn't go in, but then she wasn't lucky when it comes to going into the referee book, because she was screaming at the referee for whatever reason, I wonder. But Edo is not finished yet. A deep cross in by Gemma Moses. She's been quite efficient in the right-hand side of the attack. As a winger, her crosses have been precise in this game. Proper delivery. But then Rivers and just can't seem to contain them at all. Another foul committed. Just in and around the 18-yard area. This time, Mary Anjor again. Anjor strongly looks like she was stamped. Yeah, that could be the case. But it's funny because it was her leg and then all her hand again. It's confusing.
National ready for them.
That tells a lot.
Is up. And I mean, Rivers Angels started really well in the first 10 minutes, but right now they look to be soaking on so much of pressure and committing needless fouls right now, which will continue to mean that Edo Queens will have opportunities of getting into the box like NM has done tries now.
But Mafishere will take a strike. Oh, it's just too wayward. Way wayward. It was moved over the goalpost. That wasn't inches, it wasn't centimeters at all. Or too wide, and wouldn't be good enough to give Edo the double that they're looking for here. It is 32 on the clock, and Rivers are trailing once again, like they did against Bayelsa. In a decade, they haven't lost back-to-back games in the playoffs. Could this be the first time that White Wonder, or rather Tosin Blackson and his girls, will be putting another history to their name, which is not a pleasant history for that matter? Edo with Anjo. Anjo sends the ball through to MMSCN. MMSCN is dispossessed. Rivers are in 6th and 7th right about now. They're all over the place, trying to clear their lines. Not neatly, you would say. Right about now, Marufa Ademola would collect the ball and restart play all over again for the Edo side.
I mean, the 2 goalkeepers have looked shaky in this first half, with Murphy being the one who almost considered the first goal after that particular spill, or that particular pass that landed on the foot of Mary Moses. And the second one was that of Mbechi, who had a spillover from a free kick that she caught, but I mean the spill led to the rebound that was caught by NWFL. So yes, the goalkeeping have not been as fantastic as it should be from such highly rated goalkeepers from these two very strong sides.
Well, it's a free kick now in favor of Rivers Angels. The Jewels might just be missing Peace Effiong, whose crosses from the area quite efficient when it comes to the final third. Right about now, it is Taiwo Ajibade who was down earlier on. A free kick just around the corner kick. This is the specialty of Captain Ivoma Polinos. We've seen her do this repeatedly. She's about to take it. We've seen her score from this position as well. And she delivers, but not to the heads of her teammates, straight on into an nobody who would clear. But then Rivers will reclaim the ball. This time, Polinos would hit the ball and it's out for a throw-in. Polinos will take. Rivers will resume attack. Still Rivers. Still Rivers with Ajibade dispossessed. Edo will try to attack again. Edo still. Fishery. Sent across into the air. Finding even Messi now. Choma Moses. And Moses has the ball in. She's in that area, but she wasn't quick enough. Was possessed by Ifoma Kanakwalo, who ensured that the scoreline will be as respectful as it is now. But a corner has been won for Edo Queens, who will look to double their lead here in Ikenne. A very hot day as it is. Will this just be when Edo will double that lead? Joy, will this corner kick?
Edo Queens are asking all the questions at the very right spaces. While Rivers Angels have gotten chances on the other side, they've not been as clear-cut as that of Edo Queens. And Edo Queens will looking to double their lead right now, make it really comfortable for them to play the ball.
Miraculously, corner delivered into the area, but comes off the feet of...
I'm sure that's not what she meant to do right there.
Absolutely not. I'm sure the target should be the goal post. The nets shake it, ripple it a little, but that wasn't the goal. As it went out, it's just a goal kick. Rivers, oh my. So many turnovers here. Turnovers, this time from Choma Nwachukwu. But then Choma Moses has the ball to Messi, and this time to Anjo. Anjo sent it to Messi, and where is he marked at all? Messi with the ball. The delivery was quite poor, wasn't good enough. Messi has become a ton on the flesh of the defenders. But Bayosa,
her quality was never in doubt coming into this game, and while she had a very poor game by all standards against Remo Stars ladies, she had come here to make amends. And I mean, she is one of those players that Rivers Angels are definitely supposed to be wary of, seeing that she's sting them once already in this game, and seeing that she has gotten really clear-cut chances before and after her goal. You know that she will always come knocking, and she is never scared to take those chances, to take those shots right in front of goal, and of course try to create chances as well, as she is also one to have had really good number of assists both last season and this season for Edo Queens.
That is an entertaining encounter, and time flies as it's already 37 minutes on the clock. Rivers now with the ball, still Rivers. This time it is with Taiwo Afolabi. Afolabi trying to find a teammate who has the ball now back to Taiwo. Taiwo still with the ball, but has been fouled as the referee says that's an infringement, and will be awarding a free kick to Rivers Angels, who are looking for their first goal of the Super 6, the 2024-2025 Super 6 out here in Ikenne. Tosa Blacks and girls have done it before. Can they do it again? Against all odds, this is. Can they do it again? Ball delivered by Polinis straight on into the area. Finds of course a teammate, but oh my world! It goes into the back of the net. A proper delivery it was. And this time, it is of course the lady, Taiwo Ajibade, the substitute, who makes a start in the Super 6. will put that ball into the back of the net, getting past Morufa and Debola.
That was shabby defending.
Shabby defending.
Edo Queens right there.
How about delivery of the ball? Oh, I think it's an on goal. It's an on goal.
It's an on goal. Guided in. It was guided in by the player right there. And I mean,
that's definitely an on goal. It's currently Rivers Angels 1, Edo Queens 1. Quick equalizer here. It is quick response. Finally, the two sides get their first goal.
yeah, both have scored for the very first time in this tournament, and it's coming against each other. And I mean, we talked about the shabbiness in defense for Edo Queens. While they look really solid going forward, back home, in defense, they've not looked really solid, and they've not been able to keep the house together, and that has finally paid off for Rivers Angels, who capitalized on that defensive howler right there and get their own share. Because I mean, it's been goalkeeping errors from both sides that have led to eventually had hands in playing in both goals for both sides. So yes, Rivers Angels have gotten their own, and they've gotten their very first goal of this competition, and also ensuring that they are not going to, so far so good, it looks like they're not going to be getting back-to-back defeats for the very first time in their history in the Super 6.
Well, the goal was scored by Valentina Rocco. She actually did score an own goal one time last season against the same team.
Definitely. That was in the Super 6.
Yes, Super 6 again.
In
but
that
they lost 2-1
win, yes.
But here is
defeat,
Edo Queens again. This time, Rivers will clear their lines. Yes, Valentina Rocco was an own goal earlier on. But we'll talk about the two sides getting their first goals. It looks like Rivers are yet to score a goal because their first goal came from an own goal position. Well, it's a free kick. Referee says no, that will not be. It's a goal kick. Mary Angel thought she had won her team a corner kick, but that wouldn't be the case. Center referee Semiyat Mustafa says no way. Play will continue. Well, it is 5 minutes to regulation time for the first half. But here we are again. Entertaining clash. We've had amazing fixtures today. Maybe not the second one, but the first and last seems to be quite entertaining. Is it because of the quality of the teams that we have here that played earlier today?
Yeah, quality of the teams, and maybe what is at stake in both games. The first game where we had National Amazons and Bielsa Queens, both teams looking to go 6-6, and of course National Amazons also looking to avoid another defeat by Bielsa Queens played out in that game. And you could see that the Prosperity Girls were looking to avoid their first defeat this season, went all out after conceding a goal and of course going a player down due to red card. And then for this one, both teams yet to win in this encounter, both looking for their first win. And I mean, it's quite really interesting that it has to come against either both teams. Edo Queens looking for their first win and wanted to be against Rivers Angels. Rivers Angels looking for their first win and wanted to be against Edo Queens. I mean, if they had won their previous game, maybe they would have want to like play out this one calmly. But right now, everything is at stake. Everyone wants the 3 points all for offer in this encounter. So yes, that's contributed in the feistiness of this game. They've contributed in us seeing the grit from both sides. And I mean, contributed in us seeing the pressure from both sides, because this pressure is what has been leading to those defensive mishaps on either side for Edo Queens. But they had to score that particular rebound that NMSCN scored after the ball was spilled by goalkeeper Mbechi. And of course, for the own goal that was scored by Edo Queens by Valentina Rocco in the 38th minute of the game.
Those two sides have quite good quality on the bench. Quality after quality after quality. Right about now, it doesn't matter who's on the bench. It matters what the first 11 are executing. Rivers will go this time with, of course, Taiwo Ajibade. Oh, wow, a good course there, but then the finish wasn't exactly desirable, if you ask me.
Definitely, but you can see that there's quality in both sides, and I mean, it shows that both teams can hurt the other when the opportunity is allowed them. Really beautiful play right there from Rivers Angels, but not being able to capitalize. Talking about quality, you mentioned quality on both sides. There's quality from both sides for Tosin Black's inside, looking at his girls right there. He'll be looking at the names like Aminat Folorunso, the likes of Catherine Kenneth, who is the captain of the side, with what she can offer him when time is up for these players to put in their all, and of course don the shirt of the Joel of Rivers. And on the other side, you can call names like that of Goodness Osigwe, who has 5 goals this season already. He's on the bench, looking to come in and do something, of course, and try to help this team get maximum points in their pursuit to retain the title. Mention other names like Amarachi Okonkwo, Amarachi Odima, the likes of Olanike Olanipeku, all those players ready to wear the red and red of these girls from the Asian city of Benin.
Well, Chioma Moses was going to do something magical again, but this time it is the defender Joey Marco, or rather even Mike Kanopalo, who stayed in sync with her. Delivery once again. Chioma Moses. Rivas, we tried to reclaim, but that wouldn't be it. Togo just couldn't go past Udiegbe. Udiegbe would now take the throw-in. Chisom Wachuku was trying to keep in touch with Udiegbe. 1-1 it is out here in Ikenne. 2 minutes has been raised by the fourth official, who of course is ensuring that this game will be fully executed. 2 minutes is quite a lot of time, and it is Peace Obonaya who is our fourth official, and I've said signified that 2 minutes will be enough to see these two sides for the first 45. So far, like I said, an engaging encounter out here. I'm sure Joe and myself we're having a fun day with this very fixture.
Exactly. Saying that this is another fixture in which we're going into the half with at least a goal scored. I suppose what we saw against Remo Stars Ladies and Edo Queens, I think that was the only game in which we had to go into the half without a single goal scored for every other game, including this one, which has given us 2 already, and maybe might give us another before going to the half. Of course, has produced goals before halftime.
There's 1-0. A quick goal in the 27th minute for Edo. Courtesy of Imam Essien, capitalizing on Adeline Ngbechi spilling her ball. And an own goal earlier on in the 39th minute, 40 you would say, by Valentina Iroko. But this time it is, of course, Edo Queens going on. Still Edo Queens now. Oh, what a beautiful
steal of the ball right there.
It was beautiful. I don't know
from behind.
I don't know if steal is beautiful, but that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, steal, because we have steal in basketball, and I mean, it's allowed.
Oh yeah, the goalkeeper is not on her lines, and it's gonna be a true ball into the area this time from Chioma Wachuku. But there was a defender there that said, no way, it wouldn't get past me. And she will clear that one courtesy of a header. But that is all that the first half would see. It is Samiat Mustafa who says that is enough. You've given us your all. In the first 45 minutes, it's been engaging. It's been total display of not just quality, but a glimpse of what we can see in this very fixture. It's our time here in Ikenne, and this South-South derby. It has lived up to its billing, a fiery, tactical and physical contest between these two sides with everything to prove. But whether it is Rivers showing urgency and purpose after their match day one setback, or Edo Queens, of course, responding with the composure of champions. Both teams have brought intensity to the pitch. But there's still all to play for in the second half, because one goal for Rivers 1, Edo Queens 1. Well, yes, we've seen a very fantastic first half there. Right about now, we would, of course, take a look at what has transpired in the first 45. Rivers Angels up against the Edo Queens out here at the Remo Stadium. This was how it eventually started. It was Rivers who started pretty well, but then chances here in the first half, almost seen us get the first goal earlier on in the 7th minute, make that 8. It was, of course, Chioma Moses, or you would even say Valentina Rocco, who almost got an own goal there. But then we're looking at this very encounter that showed we thought it was going to be a goal from MMSDN. Proper delivery from the left-hand side by Useni, but that was Adeline Mbechi who had to clear that one. Useni with a brilliant left-footed strike. What a free kick here! A spill by Mbechi would see MMSDN pull that one into the back of the net, and that will be the first goal of the game. MMSDN getting there first, got the ball past Mbechi, and that will be it. 1-0 for Edo Queens. Beautiful delivery from Mary Anjo. Mbechi spills that one, and it was MMSDN who was there at the right time, at the right place, and with the right footed strike, it went straight past Mbechi. That will be the first goal, and here they go again. Edo Queens with Chioma Moses, but this time it was still MMSDN, but she wasn't fast enough this time, unlike she was with the first goal of the game. It was just a little touch at the ball, and it went wide. Not a chance at all for her to put that one into the back of the net. This was exactly where we saw Mbechi getting the yellow card by the center referee. But a delivery from Eva Mapolinos will see Valentina Rocco spilling the ball straight into her own net, making the game a 1-0 at this point in time. It was exactly what Rivers wanted, quick response, and that was what it was. The goalkeeper, Morufa Demola, had no chance. Valentina Rocco with her own goal, but that will be all the referee says will be it for the first 45 minutes. And it will be Rivers United who would go into it. Was Rivers 1, Edo Queens 1. Okay, there is a wire behind you. Yeah, you gave me the reverse. I think that's it. Reverse now, right? You gave me reverse. Hey. I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. They're coming out already. Well, yes, so we are back for the second 45 minutes out here at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikenne, where Rivers Angels are taking on Edo Queens. It is the last match day of match day 2. There's two sides who are yet to win the game and still here are battling it out. With Rivers playing out a 1-0 draw against Edo Queens, 1-1 it currently stands. A lovely weather. An own goal from Morocco ensured that Rivers Angels would see themselves level just before the break after Messian had given Edo Queens the lead, courtesy of a spill by Adeline Ngbechi, the goalkeeper for Rivers. But here's the second half with all to play for these two sides. And Samiyat Mustafa, the coach, center referee, is about to kick us off again for the next 45 minutes that will see either of the sides go home with all 3 points. Joy. Right about now, it is, of course, a game that everything will be given and changes are about to be made. It is Ikenne that has been replaced by Captain Catherine Kenneth. Catherine Kenneth comes in. It is also changed as well. Osigwe will be going in, and goalkeeper Morufa Demola comes out.
Understandably, after a very, very questionable performance there, she have had a very, very bad afternoon, and of course, Uzoma is going in.
Uzoma will change out, of course. She's also the goalkeeper. 1-4-31, and Vincent will come out for
Goodness
Osigwe,
yeah,
who is also attacking minded.
It's 5 goals already this season.
Well, it is kick-off again, and that is how we'll resume play here. Precious Vincent comes in and plays off, or rather goes up for Goodness Osigwe, and goalkeeper Morufa Demola replaced by Ijoma Uzoma. Well, Rivers continue to push it up now. Mary Moses yet to score a goal in this very Super 6. She is currently tied, or rather she's alone with 10 goals of the season. Olaji Olamide scored her 15th goal today. And it is Janet who scored her 11th goal today, separating herself. Oh, that was a kick straight onto the chin. Mary Moses was brought down by Edo Queens, and the referee would go straight on. Oh, Mary Moses is probably going to be seeing a yellow card. That she came out hit as well, when the referee has given Mary Moses the second yellow card of the game.
And second yellow card, yes. And saying that we're talking about her getting, not getting on the score sheet yet in the Super 6 encounter. You will not be expecting that what she'll be getting for the very first resume of play in this game will be a yellow. But that was a very, very dangerous tackle right there. And I mean, she's lucky that it was not more dangerous than that. Else she would have been getting maybe the second red card of this competition, since we saw the first one earlier on today, and that was gotten by
Okay, yeah,
That was
red
by,
card.
yes, red card by
Oliver Jennifer.
Jennifer, yes.
Edo Queens has the ball now. Bayosa, reverse you put Bayosa in my mouth.
I mean, Edo Queens have understood, Moses Adobo has understood that it might be a bad day in the goalkeeping department that might cost him this championship, and they decided to go with a very bold call right there to take off Adebola Morufa at the first start of the second 45, and of course place her with an experienced Ijoma Uzoma there to ensure that while they're doing good work in front, behind is also safe, and he doesn't have to worry so much about his number one. Well, literally right now, number one is the person in goal, talking about Uzoma.
Well, it is Edo again. But this time, Adeline Bichi would set aside up for an attack. Will send it to Taiwo. Taiwo would send it back to Joy Marco. It is now with Edo now. Edo still with it, getting past the defenders and shot on into the hands of Ngbachi, who almost spills again. Why is she so shaky?
Spilling today. That's a sea wave, and that's what she can do.
Yeah.
Really potent in front of goal, really dangerous. And I mean, that was not the best of shots from her, but I mean, testing the goalkeeper right there. And I was just imagining if we had an LMSN maybe in that position, maybe we would have seen it. And SN was not far off from that ball when it spilled up, but I mean, it was not fast enough to get the rebound. And I'm talking about SN, she's back with the ball.
It is Edo Queens again. Oh my world, they are running. Rivers United, Rivers Angels defense ragged. MMSN once again trying to get past all four defenders. But it is Adeline Ngbechi who comes out quickly to collect that one. She's been done with before, she's been dealt with by MMSN before, and says not this time, as I'll be the quickest to get to that one. And so she did. It is getting feisty out here, just like the first half. The second half has lived up to expectations. Joy?
So far, so good. Yes, we're getting the best of the two teams so far, especially Edo Queens, who are starting on the front foot, and of course, looking to get back in the lead after taking the lead through NMSN in the first half, and of course, before that own goal was scored. So yes, they will be looking to quickly run Rivers Angels rugged right there. Maybe that would lead to them making further mistakes. That might lead to them getting back into the lead and of course getting their second goal of this competition.
It is still 1-0, but a quick and flying start for the Benin Arsenal, who have made it really easy penetrating the back line of Rivers. But Polino Zivilma was that attack. Rivers, here they come. It is Polino sent the ball through to our teammate, but it was intercepted by Matthew Sherry.
That was Valentino.
But then they put deliver into the area. Oh, it was another again. Taiwo Ajibode's height didn't do her any favors, as her head wouldn't get close to the ball. She's petite in nature, and that seemed to be one of the reasons why she couldn't raise highest to get the ball to the back of the net.
But what she doesn't have in height, she makes up for it in goal sets, in also dictating the play in the middle of the park right there. But play will stop right now because someone's on the field. Jersey number 33. That would be Fetoluko. Okay. Jersey number
Taiwo.
What's Taiwo?
32.
32. Okay.
Taiwo Ajibode.
Ajibode, yes.
There are two Taiwos, just so you wouldn't be confused. One is number 8 and one is 32. That is number 8 is Taiwo Apolabi. She's also petite as well.
Yes.
And 32 is Taiwo Ajibode. That is also quite petite. We have them plenty when it comes to our women's league. But then Ikenne will spills the ball to Messiano, and it is of course a point delivery to Goodness Osigwe. She sends the ball out to Anjo Mary, but Anjo Mary's right-footed strike was intercepted by the defense of Rivers Angels.
I think indecisiveness is what might have cost Edo Queens a very good opportunity right there, because I mean either of SCN or Osigwe should have taken that shot and not letting it to the feet of Anjo, who they believe would get a better shot from that angle, but they were in a better position to strike the ball and of course maybe force a save from Mbechi, or maybe force her to spill, because she has been spilling in this game and she has also spilled in the second half. Slipped again. Are we going to see a goalkeeping change? I'm going to see another goalkeeping change in this game, this time for Rivers Angels, because we've already seen one from Edo Queens.
Well, that will be a corner. Goodness Osigwe ensuring that she does all things right ever since she was substituted in to replace her teammate in a Precious Vincent. Joe Michael comes in alongside every other person. Tejiri Edwards also trailed back to help the defense as well. Well, it's taken straight on into the area. Finds a head, but it's Rivers who will clear. But then again, a strike into the area just wasn't directed towards goal. And it came off Uroko, who earlier gifted Rivers an equalizer earlier on in the first half.
Yeah, looking to make amends right there after scoring in our own net.
What is going on with Mbechi? Mbechi wants
really strong in between sticks against Bielsa Queens. But this time around, I don't know, nerves. Seeing that this might be her second defeat in this competition. But I mean, they've come back in the game. They are currently playing a draw. I don't understand why she wants to gift Edo Queens another goal with her performance so far. And Edo Queens are looking to capitalize on it, putting more bodies.
Well, there's Edo Queens now still with the ball. Edo Queens through Goodness Osigwe. A call in. Chuma Moses, of course, was trying to get past Amaka. But then it was going to be hit out for a corner kick once again for Edo Queens. It is Taiwo Ajibade that sets that one out for a corner kick. Perfect display of talent and grit, passion as well from Edo Queens. They've controlled the ball, they look determined. Right now the corner is about to be taken. Corner delivered, is a header, drops to the ground, and Rivers will clear that one. Another corner this time to the other side.
I mean, they're trying to ensure that they don't have the ball dropped in the 18-yard box, and that would be Chisom. Wachiko, who would clear her lines there.
The corner is about to be delivered into the area. It does come in, but then it was just too high, but came off the head of another Queens player. It wasn't directed towards goal, as once again they would take the ball back and restart play again. Still Edo Queens now. Usani couldn't catch that ball that was delivered to her by her teammate.
She wasn't actually expecting it.
Yes.
She was going forward. You can see that her frustration at her teammate there. But they'll move past that quickly and try to regain possession, which they've done. And Rivers Angels are the ones soaking in pressure in the second half today.
To be very honest, Joy, I haven't seen Rivers Angels play this way the entire season. But there we go, Edo Queens once again. Oh, it is assault after assault after assault by Edo Queens on Rivers Angels defense. Like I was saying, Joy, I've never seen Rivers play this badly. Not the entire regular season, but here they are. With all hands on deck, still in all places, shaky, and looking like they don't believe in what they are selling.
To think that they actually came back in this game to play the draw, and of course, I mean, they didn't score. Yes, it was an own goal, but I mean, you have to actually create a situation in which would cause an own goal, and after they did that, they look to have relinquished every kind of play to Edo Queens, who are the ones who are asking all the questions in this particular half. And I mean, if they continue this way, it's just a matter of time before Mbechi will concede her second in this encounter.
Mbechi the goalkeeper for Rivers. You could say has been one of the problems. Well, in the other game, it was Omoni Monle who was the grace, the savior of Edo Queens in that other game, the first game of the day.
Because Rivers and Del were asking very good questions. You know, they didn't score. They asked good questions. They played the ball, had chances, even got a penalty that was eventually saved by Mole. But today, not play with so much of intent. Maybe the intent is the heart, but not with the display they put so far, especially in the second half. And Edo Queens are all over the pitch. Their Titus Happiness, who was a player for Remo Stars ladies in the first half of this season before she made her move to Benin, and is currently a starter and a regular in the Moses Adugo-led side.
A free kick for Edo Queens. Some of the fans here enjoying what they see. It's a hot day, so I can see some persons shirtless. A very hot day. Unfortunately, we can't do that. Oh yes, Captain Mafishiri will take it. It is a properly delivered ball, but it was just too high. It's a confidence for me. Do you think about playing on the continent and getting to the extent that they got to? That's what Edo Queens getting to defeat two-time champions of the Champions League in Melody Sundowns, and also stretching the likes of Team Mazembe to what they got them to, I think, extra time eventually in the semi-final. Do you think that was a good enough experience with the way that they are tackling seven-time champions in their rights, Rivers Angels today?
Definitely, but when you play up to that level, I don't think any team in the country should face you, and that includes a seven-time champion. Yes, this is the highest of football to be played on the continent, and you've got to semi-finals, and of course lost out in extra time to eventual winners, on penalties actually, to eventual winners of the competition. I don't think, I mean, that's after you've even won the WAFU, which is the regional competition to get to the continent. So yes, to see that Edo Queens kept a chunk of these girls showed that they know each other, they've grown with each other, and which is why they've been tagged by a lot of people as one of the favorites for this competition and looking to retain their title. So yes, that would have been a very good way to put it.
Good at Sigwe now with the ball. Still Sigwe turning and twisting. It's a good cross in. Just couldn't find Imemesian, who was really close, a touching distance with the ball, but just couldn't stretch enough to get a touch to it, straight on into the back of the net. What a brilliant performance we've seen today from Moses Aduku and his girls after an abysmal match they won against the host Remo Stars when they lost 1-0. But here they are with grit, determination, structure, which has worked in their favor. Maybe not on the scoreboard, but they have been overall the better team. Where's Arianjo now, sending the ball back. Edo will lose it. Rivers will try to attack now, but they do not have bodies in the half of Edo. And Edo will reclaim. Edo has about 5-6 players in Rivers' box, that's what it means. And the delivery was cleared by Captain Kenneth Catherine. Kenneth Catherine doesn't play much these days, but when she comes on, you could see what she puts in a game and how she helps her team.
And camera right there on the woman who is taking a lot of heat for her performance, and of course talking about the pressure that is mounted upon her from the defending champions press, especially in the second half, in which right there handling.
Well, it is 2 quick corners for Edo Queens. The first one was sent out by Rivers, which of course will be another corner kick again for Edo Queens. 62 minutes, it's properly taken in, and oh! It is Adeline Ngbechi who would parry that out. There was no Edo red shirt around to send that ball in, but then again, Rivers will clear, and it will be yet another corner kick for Edo. It is quick changes now as Chisom Wachigut comes out for Karim Talahi. Then it is, of course, a 14 out of 420. Patience Utobo is taken out, and Aminat Folarusho comes in to replace her as well. But yes, here we go with the corner is about to be taken now as the changes are done with. Corners yet to be delivered. Referee having conversations with Mirianjo and Amaka. Miracle Iseni about to deliver. Oh, not the best one, you would say.
I mean, saying that they've been very good deliveries of corner kicks by Edo Queens in that box right there, and a little bit of respite there for Ngwechi, who, I mean, she needs as much break as possible from the heat that has been given her by Edo Queens in this particular half.
Well, that is a yellow card for coach himself, Tosin Blankson. We have seen this. I saw this a couple of times in Port Harcourt this season.
Yeah. I also thought he was going to get one against Remo Star.
I thought so too.
Sorry, against Bielsa Queens, because it was also one really feisty encounter there we had on Saturday in the second game of the day.
Well, we've seen 3 yellow cards now. Make that maybe 2 for the players and 1 for coach, all for Rivers. None for Edo so far. 64 minutes. Half an hour already in, and some minutes. And here we are. An hour, you would say, not half an hour. An hour of football played out here in Ikenne, where Rivers Angels and Edo Queens are playing out a 1-0 draw. Ime Messian scoring the first goal for Edo Queens. And an own goal by Valentina Uroko, giving Rivers that level up. But here they come again, this time with Chioma Moses. Chioma Moses still with the ball in the right far hand of it with a strike. Oh, that was poor. It was really, really, really poor from Chioma Moses. Other than in which she will restart things again. You can hear the drums of the supporters club of Edo Queens that is pouring their side to victory. Maybe not victory draw here today, but they are searching for that goal that might just separate them against Rivers, which they are yet to see. Free kick for Rivers. Taiwa Fulabi was brought down earlier on. Free kick delivered. Headed out by Edo. Ball still with Edo on the air. And the referee says a free kick as Ime Messian will fly above Petit Taiwo Afolabi. Referee calls that an infringement and has awarded the free kick. Rivers will play. Chested down, still Rivers dispossessed. Rivers collect again. Taiwo Afolabi cross into the area. Ifoma Polinos straight on into the hands of Ijoma Uzoma.
I mean, we didn't start with her, so we'll take our time.
Her name sounds so sweet, Ijoma Uzoma. Great ambience here in the stadium. If you're not here, you're missing, but then I know that you're watching this live from NWFL YouTube handle, or if you're watching for start times as well. We welcome you. Thank you for joining our broadcasts as we bring you minute by minute of display here at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikenne, Ogun State, where the National Sports Festival will also take center stage next weekend, or next week, or this weekend. I think it starts this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend on the 16th.
All good things are happening here this period. With Remo Stars winning the title this just yesterday.
Yeah.
And Remo Stars hosting again the Super 6, and then the National Sports Festival.
Country. I mean, they are hosting the women from several parts of the country. 2 from the Middle Belt,
The rest from the south, and of course Edo himself from the southwest here.
In Ikenne for the Super 6. They'll be hosting the entire country, talking about the state hosting the entire country at the National Olympics, like we like to call it, in match centers like Abeokuta. Even Ikenne here will be centered to some of the games, like Scrabble, handball. We played in Ikenne right here in the stadium, and the facilities created for that, and even basketball.
He may be missing now with the ball. Hussein was trying to get it past. If Omawa, that wouldn't be the case. She's been dispossessed, and it is still reversed, and that will be a free kick. That was of course Dejiri Edward. Edwards also, but then Captain Catherine will take it. Kenneth straight on into the arms of Uzoma, the goalkeeper for Edo Queens. I'm sure the voices you can hear are the voices of Edo Queens players who were just sat close by, trying to cheer their team on. Those are not donning the match shirts today, cheering the teams from the stand. Edo sends the ball through, and Rivers will clear that one. It's going to be a throw-in for Edo. I think that Mustafa Samiat has had a fantastic game as the center referee.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For a clash of this encounter, or of this magnitude, I beg to say, she's been solid in the center of it all.
Well, Rivers has the ball now, trying to attack. It is Taiwo Ajibade who has been dispossessed. Well, here Edo goes with goodness Osigwe. Osigwe trying to get past three players. She returns back to Iseni. Iseni delivers the ball to Chima Moses. Moses with the ball in the 18-yard area. Take a swip at it! What was that?
That was begging to be scored right there.
What was that?
And you can see the dejection on her face after realizing how much of a chance that was. I mean, there was nobody there.
Nobody was close to her. She had the room to have taken the precise shot.
Or even taking it at Mbechi.
I'm confused.
Or I'm taking it at Mbechi, who is good at dropping the ball today. Maybe get a rebound for somebody who was coming close to her. But not getting it on target at all is criminal there.
Criminal, she should be arrested for that. A really good chance gone begging.
Chance gone begging, and I mean, if they go on to lose out on getting 3 points, those are some of the chances that will come back to haunt them in this game.
Absolutely. Will Edo Queens rue their chances if this game ends not in their favor? Was a brilliant one missed, if I thought that was a miss, by Chioma Moses. She's been a terror in that right-hand side of the attack for Edo, and here they come again. But she's been intercepted, and Rivers will clear their lines. Still Rivers. This time is out for a throw-in in favor of Edo Queens. Brilliant game of football today that we've witnessed, and we're witnessing yet another one. Two sides with history in this very competition, and are taking the game head on. Osigwe trying to deliver the cross to Useni Miracle, whose pace isn't enough to catch on to that ball. That was delivered by Substitute Osigwe. If it ends this way, these two sides are still yet to get a victory, and they will just simply be behind Remo Stars, Bayelsa or Nasarawa before they come in, and then Nigeria is in the bottom of the table.
And who would have thought that after 2 games played, Remo Stars ladies are the one that will be leading
Absolutely
all
shocking.
of these names that you're mentioning.
Shocking times. Shocking times. Sandra John infringed. Well, it looks like Chioma Moses is coming off as Mary Mahmoudou will come in to replace Chioma Moses, who had a brilliant chance earlier on but couldn't capitalize on it to get the goal for.
And I think that
Edo Queens.
Moses Ajoko decided he had seen enough because, I mean, like we said, it's a criminal miss.
She should be arrested. I'm not joking.
And the coach decided to do that.
Well, I'm joking. Nobody's going to be arrested because of missing a goal. But yeah, that's how detrimental it would be. Yeah. Well, a proper delivery.
Another spill. Another spill. That's what I was saying. Like, if you're not going to actually score the goal, attempt the ball, shoot it at the goalkeeper, because she is known to spill today.
She's a spiller today. Well, she is from the south, so what do you expect?
But this was not how she started our tournament, and this is not how she has been playing during the regular season. I wonder what's wrong today. But the Edo Queens would want to eventually get one of those opportunities again, because, I mean, once again, it's NWFL who is coming quick to see if she can capitalize on that spill.
She has spotted something, and she knows that it's going to happen again.
It's going to happen. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's a very brilliant player there who is ready to get to pounce on an opportunity that might come. I mean, you're expecting it to happen, so you should stay at alert to get it to happen.
Well, there's an oil spill in Rivers, and it is courtesy of Mbichi, the spillage. She's done it one too many times. It has cost her team to concede once already. Will it be the same again? As this one almost cost her again and her team. Courtesy of the same person in Messian, but this time she had to take one for the team. She took a hit. Mbichi, that is. Wow. 75 minutes, and it's still 1-0. The Super Six is getting more and more interesting because we're not certain who wins this title. There was a season that this same Edo Queens did not win a game, but went on to win the title. That was in the 2020-2021 season. Edo Queens did go the entire playoffs without a win. They did suffer 5 consecutive defeats. But they did not win the title, obviously. But how can you play Super 6 and you drew all your games? They suffered 5 consecutive defeats that season. Well, maybe not likely. They would have a repeat. But this is just for information's sake, if you ask me. So what about now? They are not losing. They are currently playing a 1-0 against Rivers. But now you know that at a point in time, a team like Edo Queens came to the Super 6, lost all 5 games, and went back home.
Maybe a team that will be saying that will repeat something like that, maybe Nigeria Hotels. Lost 2 in 2 already. The only team to have lost out in 2 games so far after playing just 2. And looking at their history in the Super 6, they have not won any. They didn't win any in the previous time they played in the Super 6, and this time around they've started 2 already and they've lost out on 2. But I don't think teams like Rivers Angels will go out of Ikenne without at least a win. But that begs to be seen, and right now they have to protect this particular score draw right now that they have. Edo Queens continue to ask those questions.
I said that same thing when they went for the CAF Women's Champions League. I said they cannot, but they did.
Well, that's the CAF Champions League. It's a bigger stage than this.
It was the first edition. It was with them. What was sending here with a free kick, delivered straight to the ball, to the goalpost, but then it wasn't on target. Oseni also a national team favorite for the under-20s at the time, delivering every time she's called upon by Edo and also for the national team. It is Rivers with the ball. Bolabi to even Apollonius. Apollonius would now send the ball through to attack. Mary Moses. Delivers the ball in, but it was just too heavily hit. Will not trouble Ijoma Uzoma. That is, of course, Karim. Edo will continue the onslaught against Rivers, but that has been averted. Edo still with the ball. Osigwe was trying to find Marianne Job, but sets the ball straight into the arms of Joy Michael. Forward Claire. Afolabi trying to just to the ball off Edo Queens. A header in, and Michi will come out to collect. No chance at all for Imemesian. Quiet, composed she is. Doesn't talk too much. Lanky in nature, but dangerous with her feet. A destroyer of teams, she is. And she has done so today. Unfortunately, they consider theirs as well through an own goal. But once again, it is an attack that will see Edo Queens deliver the ball into the 18-yard area. Intercepted. Still Edo Queens now. Dispossessed again. Edo Queens will collect Useni. Useni delivers a right-footed strike, comes on the body of Pauline Sifoma. Back onto the defense. Uroko. Straight back to Titus. Titus straight to Paulinus. And it will go again. Wouldn't trouble anybody, as it will go out for a throwing in favor of Alpha Rivers Angels. We've talked about how the South do have themselves very good and quality teams that can compete every single day. And here we are seeing that. Edo Biosa Rivers. The referee is indicating a change. Taiwo Ajibode is leaving with Titilayo Aweda, one of my favorite players, coming in to replace her. Ajibode has seen quite a lot, and that will be all that she can give for today.
Now it's the turn of Aweda, Titilayo, to see if they can avert the weather.
Another yellow card, is that it?
I mean, the
This
reaction
time to
is...
Joy Michael. Yeah. To Joy Michael, the third yellow card for on-field players for Rivers. No yellow card still for
she had a pull at her shirt.
Edo Queens. And also Tosan Blankson for Rivers as well. Saw himself booked by the center referee, Mustafa Semiat.
Yeah, Edo Queens will continue to unleash such onslaught of pressure on Rivers Angels. And Rivers Angels have had to play defensively all afternoon since they returned from the break in the first half. Like I said, maybe now Edo Queens would actually be thinking about that own goal they scored, and maybe that would have, the one goal they scored would have maybe taken them through the 90, because so far so good. Rivers Angels are not looking like a team that would score themselves a goal.
It is. Whatever it is.
Titus Happiness with that chance again.
It is engaging stuff as it is. It is going to be 8 minutes now of regulation time. Still 1-0 between these two sides. Rivers 1, Edo 1. Imemesian has been top-notch in attack for Edo Queens. Maybe it's time for coach to bring in Coach Tosin Blackton to bring in Peace Effiong, who returns from injury because she's on the bench today. Maybe to try to help his team on the attack.
Of course, we all know what Peace Effiong is capable of doing. And I mean, if she's fit enough to be on the bench, I think this is the time for him to try to bring her on, because the attacking threats look rather bland from the likes of Mary Moses right there in front of goal.
Well, here we go again. It is still Edo, but the ball was just too much for the substitute who came in earlier to replace Mary Chioma Moses. Mary Mamudu, I mean to say.
Yeah, Mamudu.
She is quite efficient as well in her own right.
Yeah, so we're talking about Peace Effiong. Before her injury spell, which is quite lengthy this season, she went on to score 4 goals in very few games played, and you can talk about someone with such potency for goal being maybe a person that will be called upon to try and get Rivers Angels the winner and get them their first win of this competition if they would want to repeat history in Ogun State by winning the NWFL Premiership.
For Peace Effiong, she also did lose her dad earlier this season, coupled with injuries as well.
It's been a very good season for her.
Absolutely.
But she will want to forget a lot of that if they go on to win. To be a season to remember.
She scored on the day that her father died that morning. I was in the stadium when she played. I can't remember the match particularly.
I mean, what is it with the ladies being really dedicated to their craft and, of course, trying to make their parents proud? We talk about Hannah Ibrahim of Remo Stars Ladies, who also lost her dad. I went on to make the internet buzz that day because she went on to play in that win of her team against Ekiti Ladies right here on this ground. Shows that, I mean, people are built differently.
They are built differently.
I don't think that kind of news will hit me, and I would have the strength to be able to go on that very day. But these girls, resilience, it shows the kind of thing they've been built of, and I'm sure that their dads, wherever they are really, really proud of them, showing up and showing out at their craft.
Changes being made as Marianne Jaw will be coming off,
of course,
and Marvelous Akpobaro comes in to replace her. Marvelous Akpobaro, who started who also came in at the subbing the other game, will replace Marianne Jaw, who I think isn't exactly being as a number 9 today, because she drops in to let Ime Messi and do the job as an attacker today.
And that worked perfectly well to combine for that first goal, because it was her free kick that was spilled over by Ngechi there, and of course that was what SCN pounced on. It looked like a partnership that has worked so far in this game, but I mean, she's played the last of her football and will still be looking to get more goals, or her name on score sheet, after scoring just 2 goals so far since joining Edo Queens mid-season this time around.
Since the 2021-2022 season, Edo Queens have allowed 25 goals at the playoffs, which is the most of any team currently in the Super 6 in that time frame. And they've also scored 15 goals at the playoffs in that period, with this one scored today, which made it 16 in that same period as well.
Which is quite worrisome for me, seeing that the regular season teams get to score a lot of goals, but the playoffs we don't get to see as many goals. If Edo Queens is conceding 25 and scoring 15, and yet they found themselves champions in one of those seasons, another questions why we get to see less goals scored in the championship playoffs. And I mean, some of those goals conceded, at least I'm very sure 2 of those goals have been scored by Valentina Uroko, I beg your pardon. Both being own goals against the side that they're playing currently, Rivers Angels. The first one last season at the playoffs, 2-1 defeat.
Well, here comes Edo Queens again. Well, it is Osigwe now with a left with a strike. just isn't directed towards goal.
Yeah, really good play from Rivers Angels there to not allow her to deliver those crosses, those dangerous crosses into the box, and of course forced her to make that particular attempt go way off target there.
Rivers Angels want to ensure that they will not be creating history here because they have never lost back-to-back games in the Super 6. And here they are, it's a draw so far with 2 minutes of regulation time to be played while we await, as we hear, about 3 minutes to be added, but we're not certain yet, waiting for the fourth official to raise up a scoreboard, a board for that matter, to indicate how many minutes to be added. It's been a very engaging encounter. There is no time for us to take a breather.
And that's what we expected when these two sides appeared against each other during the draws that happened right here on Thursday. Was it Friday? I beg your pardon. Yes, Friday.
It is getting to that time where Susan Blackson and his girls will be asking themselves, what have we done wrong? They did lose twice in the regular season. One to Bielsa.
One to FC Remo.
Yes, that was away in Lagos. And they finished just second behind Bielsa Queens. But here they are, not looking like that team was in the regular season, for whatever reason that may be. But the Edo Queens are running them ragged from all centers and all positions on the field of play. They can barely catch up. It's not all about stars, it's about combining them to get the results. That would be what Susan Blackson and his team would have to learn today. Because when it comes to the stars, they have them. When it comes to the players, they've got them. But it doesn't look like it today. Edo Queens now, still with the ball, dispossessed. Referee says a free kick in favor of Edo. Waiting for the minutes to be added. Captain Mafishere was the one brought down. It is 90 on the clock, and it is a plus 3 minutes added time to see what these two ladies, these two clubs can do. It is currently 1-1 at the Remo Stadium here in Ikenne. And still nothing to separate them. But one have been way better than the other, and have had plenty more chances than the other. And that team is Edo Queens as they go again. Osigwe, well, that cross, oh, I think that's a yellow card. The first one Edo will see for themselves.
And expecting a spill, this time around she'll get...
well, Rabbit didn't bring a yellow card. Oh,
yes,
she will,
did.
definitely. Definitely. It's a yellow card offense. And that is the goal scorer, Ime Messier, because I think she should have done better. She should have, separated herself from the goalkeeper when she saw that she was coming in. But she went and clattered into her, and that would be a yellow card. Well deserved, you see. Well deserved.
But you won't also fully blame her for that particular decision, because she has gotten very good chances at getting goal, and also got one. I mean, the one she got was also from a spill off from Mbechi in the first half. And other opportunities I've seen her go at goal with spill-offs from Mbechi. But it's quite unfortunate that that particular one was too pacey for her to control herself, and that collision being a dangerous one against Mad Adeline Mbechi, who is still on the floor receiving some sort of attention. And I mean, we are just about a minute and some seconds to the end of this really, really interesting tie between former champions Rivers Angels and defending champions Edo Queens.
They had a target on their back, Edo Queens. But today they said, no, we are not the target. Even if we were, we will punish you for it. And that was exactly what they did against the seven-time champions Rivers Angels, who didn't look themselves, who hasn't looked themselves today. They were even better against Bielsa, but today, this is not the Rivers team we've seen the entire season. So, almost time. We're waiting for Mustafa Samiat, center referee, to call time to a pulsating fixture here at the Remo Stars Stadium. Michi would hit that one out. Lands directly for Edo Queens to head. Reverse. Heavy cross in. Still reverse. Edo would take. Fishery will clear. Sends the ball into the area. It's Edo Queens now. Still with Edo now. Reverse will now clear their lines. Keeping it neat and tidy. Just what it is. It's time and some seconds are added. Send me at a line play to continue. Reverse will definitely clear their lines. Again. A foul has been awarded to Edo Queens by Samiat, the center referee. It's about to be taking Mary Moses, who is dropping back to assist the team in the midfield since she isn't getting the deliveries up front. Matthew Sherry.
Well, it may be the final chance to get all 3 points for Edo Queens there.
Delivered into the area, finds no head. Will this be it? Are we going to see many more actions? Well, the referee says continue. Not time yet. Titilayo Aweda. That's that one. Husseini will get it. It is still Osigwe. Osigwe gets through. Takes it right for that strike. Oh! And it drops just on top of the net. That was Uroko, not even. Beautiful, beautiful play. Oh, what a cross that was. It was Osigwe's right-footed strike. Drops just on top of the net, and I thought it was going in, but that wasn't the case at all.
And you can see what Osigwe brings to the party when she was called off the bench to cause some havoc against the Rivers Angels side. But man, looks like today will not be her day. But yes, you trust the talent and the quality that this lady brings to the team with 5 goals so far this season. Goodness, Osigwe.
Oh, that delivery was almost perfect, but there is Rivers. Oh my world. Oh my world. That was a chance for Rivers, but here comes Edo again. Edo will keep going. It is of course Mahmoudou. Delivered into the area. Osigwe now trying to catch it. It is Taiwa Polabi who clears. Oh, just outside Rivers 18-yard box. Referee's having fun. Looks like she's not going home today.
I think there was a stop when Mbichi was fouled by Essien for some seconds there. I think that is what she's allowing them play for.
Well, more time for us. Fisher just thought that she might get something for our team, at least a winner. But oh no, no, not at all. Edward Tajiri. It is Mbichi we are waiting for now to take it. That might be just enough for the center referee. We'll wait for her to look. And it is full time in Ikenne. And what a pulsating South derby we've just witnessed between Rivers Angels and Edo Queens. This was a clash of tradition, of pride and pressure, and both sides played like they understood what was at stake, especially Edo Queens. After an opening day defeat, this match was about character and response, and we've seen plenty of it today. Early goal from Essien after it was Mbichi who parried the ball, and an on goal much later from Valentina Uroko will see Rivers level up. The result, a massive shift in the Super 6 landscape. For one team, it's a season lifeline. For the other, the pressure now multiplies. Rivers versus Edo always delivers, and once again, Nigerian women's football shines on the big stage as these two sides showed their stuff and showed their grits. Well, it will eventually end here at the Remo Stars Stadium between Rivers versus Edo Queens. And I wonder what Tosan Blackson will tell his boys or his girls, I mean to say, as it has ended here as full time. Rivers Angels 1, Edo Queens 1. Well, yes, it is. It was an encounter that brought us a lot to look at. This is exactly what we need when it comes to women's football in the country. And we just saw that. Yes, we'll go straight on to seeing the second half highlights of what transpired. And here it is with what happened. Well, the full game, full time. Here is a strike earlier on, and it was Mbechi who parried. It was a ball straight on to what exactly happened in the second half highlights. It was Osigwe who was crossed, and then a slip from Mbechi. That was a beautiful, beautiful strike, a right-footed strike on from Edo Queens. Mbechi was in trouble though. It was also Osigwe goodness. But then here is the ball again. A proper ball this time delivered. This is Chioma Moses, and I was asking what exactly went wrong, because she had no marker on her, no trouble at all, but rather she hit the ball straight wide and not good enough, absolutely. Not for her team. Here is another Miriam Jospieler. And that's exactly what it is. Well, yes, it is a drop at it. And that is Osigwe again with a beautiful, beautiful one that just came on top of the net. Just been great, great as it is. Proper delivery, proper delivery from them. And that is just exactly as Mustafa Samiat will call time of a beautiful, fantastic game out here at the Remo Stars Stadium, where these two magnificent sides played, with Rivers Angels 1, Edo Queens 1 at full time. Well, yes, it has been a beautiful, great game today. But here are the results from day one. First, what we saw 2 days ago, Nigeria Raptors, of course, lost out to Nasarawa Amazons by 1-2. By also Queens defeated Rivers Angels by 1-0. And Edo Queens, of course, lost out to Remo Stars Ladies by 1-0. And on day 2 today, we saw a beautiful game where Nasarawa Amazons and by also Queens put out a 1-1 draw. Remo Stars Ladies defeated Nigeria Raptors by 1-0. And Rivers Angels just now, and Edo Queens put out a 1-1 draw. And tomorrow play will resume with Nigeria Raptors taking on Edo Queens, the first match of the day. And Nasarawa Amazons will take on Nigeria Raptors. By also Queens are up against Remo Stars on the last match of the day. Well, that was all we can bring you today. Thank you very much for joining us for what we brought to you today from the Remo Star Stadium out here in Ikenne, Ogun State. I'm Dr. Skoki and Joy, who did this to brought to you all the updates. For now, good night and enjoy the rest of your day.